Hey guys, it's Chrissy. Welcome to What's Cooking in the Kitchen. Come visit my channel every week where you can find simple keto meal ideas that you and your family will love. Don't forget to click and subscribe. Okay, let's get cooking. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Have I got a recipe for you today? I know I say that all the time. I wanted to share with you my gumbo soup. As the season begins to change and the weather gets cooler, I love soups and stews. So I wanted to share one of my favorite recipes with you. So first you're going to take a big stock pot and add some olive oil to the bottom of it and let it get nice and hot. So pretty much with the recipes I like to use, I like to keep them simple, kind of dump and go. And that's pretty much what this recipe is. So after the pot gets hot, the oil gets hot, you're going to add about a 1/4 cup of onion. And you're going to saute that down. While you're doing this, because it's going to boil and cook the soup, I don't cook it until it's translucent, but I start adding all of my vegetables pretty much back to back. And then you're going to take about 4 stalks of celery, cut it up and add it to the pot. And then you're going to add some green bell pepper and yellow bell pepper. So I added about a half green and a half yellow. I just like to make this dish as colorful as possible. So feel free to add whatever color bell pepper that you like. And then I just get that all in the pot and I kind of sweat it down and cook it down. Then I add some hot links. And so I added just mild hot links, cut them up and added them to the pot. I probably added about maybe 4 hot links that I cut up and added. And then I'm going to add some diced tomatoes. And so as you can see with this particular soup, since it's low carb, I don't add any flour or anything like that to make a roux. And then to make this recipe easier, I purchased a whole chicken and I cut up some chicken and I added it as well. I also added ultimately for this recipe, I added about 4 cups of water and I added some bouillon powder to that water and made my own bouillon and added it to the pot. So you get everything all nice and stirred to the pot and you begin to just let it cook down. As you see, I just added another cup of water. So it ended up being about 4 cups total. And then you begin to add your seasonings of choice. So I always tend to add garlic, onion powder, pepper, and any of those Cajun spices that you want to add to, because it's more of a soup gumbo. And so one of my favorites is the Slap Your Mama, and this is really good and it's more of a Creole kind of spicy seasoning. And I just add enough to give it a cook. add enough to give it a kick, not too much. And then I also like to use, the flavor wasn't quite where I wanted it, so I added a little bit of the chicken bouillon powder, just about 2 more tablespoons, or I think that might have been 2 teaspoons, just to give it a little bit more of a salt flavor. And then after that boils down, probably for about a good 15 minutes or so, then I added the crab. Now I absolutely love crab legs, so if you have a preference with the type of seafood you like, just add it. Add any seafood. Mussels will be good in this as well. And so now the meats that I have in are the sausage and I have the crab legs in there. And so I let it probably simmer down for about maybe 5 minutes. It doesn't take long for the crab because it's already cooked. So really now everything is just warming up and getting nice and hot. So after that gets done, then I add my raw shrimp. And of course the shrimp is really the last thing I add because it cooks so quickly and you don't want it to get rubbery. So I would say probably I cook the shrimp down maybe 3-4 minutes, let it all simmer, and this dish pretty much is done. So you pretty much, as you can see, the shrimp is all nice and cooked, and then pretty much you can eat on this, you and your family, for 2 or 3 days. Look how amazing that looks. And the nice part about it, it's low carb, there's no flour for the roux, and it's pretty much just meat and vegetables and broth. And so it's a very low carb, keto friendly meal that is definitely good for cooler days. So I hope that you would give it a try. Look at it. I had to just kind of show you how much crab and all that seafood that's in this gumbo soup. It was absolutely amazing. I absolutely loved it. And so that pretty much, like I said, this dish comes together very quickly. and just, I had to do a close-up because this is a keeper recipe. And I used some low carb, almost like miracle rice. So basically it's made, I think, from a cognac plant. And then I just put, and so basically there's no carbs in that alternative rice. And then I just layered it. I sprinkled some parsley over it, ladled a really nice serving of it, and it was so satisfying and so delicious. So I encourage you and your family to try it. I think your family will absolutely love it. Come back and see me next week for another recipe. Bye.